What is going on, guys? My name is Noonan, and today I'm bringing you another Super Senso video. This is going to be your quick start guide and overview of the Starshot Senso. Now, this Senso is one of the first Sensos that you'll get alongside of the Guardian, but once again, is he a bad Senso? Not in the slightest. Starshot is a Senso that I enjoy quite a bit, and overall he's pretty good. So let's go ahead and jump right into what makes him good, his abilities, his pros, his con. Let's just get right into it. So starting right off the bat, the Starshot, pretty interesting card. Overall, it's a Senso that I enjoy rocking every once in a while, and it's one that I recommend for new players. If you were going to pick one Senso over the other for the first two that you do get, the Guardian or the Starshot is definitely the one you should be rolling, just because it's a little bit easier to grasp, and overall the playstyle for it is a little bit simpler, and you can get a fair amount of success with him early on. So let's go over his stats, and then we'll carry on from there. His health is not bad at all. It's a little bit higher, but he doesn't have any shields, so he needs a little bit of higher health, has a fair amount of survivability, but once again, not a really tanky card. His damage is a little bit on the higher end range. Charges, standard for every Senso. His movement, 3, standard, and his range is 2. So he is not a unit that you're going to be putting up in the face of the enemy. You're going to sit back and start picking off units with him. So let's go over kind of how to play the Starshot. The Starshot should be sitting in the back lines, picking off units as they come into him. Can you play aggressive with the Starshot? Yes, you can. There's definitely ways where he can be successful playing aggressive, but the best way to do him is to keep him back, have some units defending your Starshot, and pick off units as they get close to him. You can kind of make in a rush, get some units off and other stuff like that with the Starshot if need be, but I see him most successful sitting along the back lines, picking off the units that come close to him. Now, cards that pair very well with the Starshot is the Mortar, the Ranger, Meteor is also very, very good, and basically cards with a little bit of health that do great AoE damage. Now, pairing him with the Mortar, Mortar has a fair amount of health, it gets enemy health low, and allows the Starshot to pick off, the remaining health of the enemy unit. So, overall, he's a pretty good card. He's one that, like I said, I recommend him for a lot of new players just because he's the easiest to grasp, and you can get, early amount of success with him very, very easily. So his passive ability, there really isn't a passive with him. He just, he hits pretty hard, and he has a fair amount of range to him. So that's kind of his specialty. He's similar to a Ranger, but just kind of a beefed up version of it as a Senso. I mean, that's pretty much all there is to it. Now, ways to kind of counter him and where he falls off is if you get up close in his face, like with the Guardian, he's at a standstill, he can't do anything at that point, because once you get into his face, he's pretty much stuck. He needs that 1 or 2 spots of space in order to get a shot off. So if you can lock him into a corner, you can surround him with units, lay on the heavy damage, get right up and close and personal to him, he's basically useless at that point. So that's, like I said, if you want to play him and use him to his best ability, keep him protected, keep him behind your unit lines, and pick off units that come to him, because the second that somebody's playing a super aggressive playstyle and they're playing it well, they're going to cut you off, they're going to get up and close to you, and it's not going to give you the ability to get in the damage, the very high damage that the Starshot has to offer. But I mean, other than that, that's pretty much it to the Starshot. Overall, he's once again one of the more simpler Sensos, not a lot to him, but in the terms of how viable he is in higher ELO or MMR games, he is still extremely meta. I've seen a lot of success with him. I've used him personally and have had very successful games with him with very little losses. So in terms of a Senso that can help you out in the beginning and help you rise all the way to the top, it's one that's going to be very, very easy to obtain and make really, really good combos and decks and other stuff like that with it. But I mean, other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you've enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. But as always, guys, have fun while you're playing Super Senso.